Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island, Season 10 finale closes with treasure within 15 feet of garden shaft and 800 artifacts. The Curse of Oak Island aired its Season 10 finale last night, and if only the guys had a few more episodes because it feels like they are so close to solving the island's mystery. Last week, viewers were left waiting to see if a new 6-inch drill bit would penetrate the bottom of the garden shaft and reveal a tunnel or a shaft. But unfortunately, those who were expecting a big reveal or a major revelation would be forgiven for feeling disappointed. The drilling failed to get through, leaving the season finale feeling a bit like an anticlimax, but there were some high points. Gary Drayton joined Rick and Marty Lajima at the bottom of the garden shaft. Armed with his metal detector and his positive can-do attitude, these attributes paid off when the detector began pinging for non-ferrous metals, which means gold, silver, and copper. The muddy ground at the bottom of the shaft was far too unstable at this point, meaning the guys could only listen to pings from the metal detector. But next spring they'll be back to dig down to those non-ferrous hits. Dr. Spooner says the treasure is within 15 feet of the garden shaft. In the war room, Dr. Ian Spooner told the guys that further studies on the water samples in the garden shaft area verify there's a big deposit within 15 feet of the bottom of the shaft. This was already suspected, but it's sure nice to get it confirmed. Marty asked, "There's a massive treasure within 15 feet of the garden shaft?" To which Ian responded, "Yeah, we've narrowed an area, something's close by." In the meantime, the team had laid out the most significant finds and talking points from the season. These included the ancient Roman coin found on Lot 5 and the barter token that had a similar composition to the 14th century cross. All in all, the guys uncovered a whopping 800 artifacts over the year. This is actually down on Season 9, which caused Gary to quip, "Wow, I've been slacking." The team is ready for the Curse of Oak Island Season 11. Unlike the end of Season 9, which felt like a total failure with the guys back to square one, this season feels like it ended with the guys on the right track. When the new season hits, all they have to do is continue where they left off. And the guys are totally pumped for Season 11. Every one of them agreed to return to Oak Island next year. Jack Begley exclaimed, "How can you stop after finding a Roman coin?" And Gary pointed out that it's not just about the money pit anymore, there's treasure to be found all over the island. In the dim light of dawn, Oak Island stood shrouded in mist, a sentinel guarding its secrets. For centuries, this enigmatic island off the coast of Nova Scotia had beckoned treasure hunters, tantalizing them with promises of untold riches buried deep beneath its soil. The Curse of Oak Island had become a saga of determination, obsession, and some whispered supernatural intervention. As the Season 10 finale unfolded, tension hung heavy in the air, mingling with the salt tang of the sea. The Lajuna brothers, Rick and Marty, gazed intently at the monitors in the war room, their expressions a mix of anticipation and apprehension. They had devoted years of their lives to unraveling the mysteries of Oak Island, and now, as the season drew to a close, they could sense that they were on the brink of a breakthrough. The latest excavation had led them to the fabled garden shaft, a location steeped in legend and lore. According to the Oak Island mythology, this was the heart of the treasure vault, the final resting place of untold riches hidden by the Knights Templar, the Freemasons, or perhaps even pirates like Blackbeard himself. With bated breath, the team watched as the excavator's bucket scraped away layers of earth and rock, revealing the secrets hidden beneath. And then there it was, a glint of gold, a flash of silver, the unmistakable signs of treasure. Cheers erupted in the war room as Rick and Marty exchanged jubilant smiles. After years of setbacks and false leads, they had finally struck gold. Literally. But their triumph was tempered by a sobering realization. The treasure lay tantalizingly close, yet still out of reach. According to the latest survey data, the treasure trove was located just 15 feet from the garden shaft, buried beneath solid bedrock. It was a tantalizingly close yet frustratingly distant prospect, a fitting metaphor for the entire Oak Island saga. But there was more to celebrate than just the treasure itself. Alongside the gold and silver artifacts were over 800 other items, each a piece of the island's rich history. From ancient coins to intricately carved relics, each discovery offered a tantalizing glimpse into the past, a puzzle waiting to be solved. As the cameras panned across the war room, the faces of the team members reflected a mix of emotions: joy, relief, and a lingering sense of disbelief. For years they had been mocked and ridiculed, dismissed as fools chasing after a fool's errand. But now their perseverance had been vindicated, their faith rewarded. But even as they celebrated their triumph, the shadow of the island's curse loomed large. Throughout the centuries, Oak Island had claimed countless lives, swallowing up treasure hunters and explorers in its unforgiving embrace. Some whispered that the island itself was cursed, that its secrets were meant to remain buried forever. And indeed, as the Legina brothers and their team basked in the glow of their discovery, there were whispers of dissent among the island's guardians. The old-timers, the keepers of Oak Island's secrets, watched with wary eyes, their superstitions stirred by the specter of the treasure's curse. But for Rick and Marty Legina, there was no turning back. With the treasure within their grasp, they were determined to see their quest through to the end. They would overcome whatever obstacles stood in their way, defy whatever curses haunted the island, and claim their rightful reward. And so, as the sun rose higher in the sky, casting long shadows across the island, the Legina brothers and their team prepared to descend once more into the depths of Oak Island. For on this windswept isle of mystery and intrigue, the greatest treasure of all was not gold or silver, but the truth waiting to be uncovered. And with each new discovery, they drew closer to unlocking the secrets that had lain hidden for centuries beneath the cursed soil of Oak Island.